Hey, I'm Dave with Crystal Clear Water, and today I'll be showing you how to clean your faucet screens. All right, so this will make your hot water smell, your cold water smell, and make the water unpleasant. So just your faucet screens alone can handle that. So make sure you're checking them on a regular basis, as well as your hot water tank. You're going to have to determine if it's hot water or cold water. This video is going to show you how to do that. All right, so let's talk about what you'll need to clean your faucets and your faucet screens. You're going to need some CLR to soak everything in. You're going to need a bowl. You're going to need a plastic bristle brush to clean the faucet head, and you're going to need a pick to clean the screens.
So go ahead and unscrew this from the hose. Don't let go of the hose because the hose will go back down into the sink. Now you can also put some duct tape right there where the hose meets the faucet. Turn the water on. Once you turn the water on, it flushes anything out. You're getting your water pressure, anything flushed out. Now inside this, you'll have your screen there. So you have to pull your screen out.
Once you pull your screen out, take something sharp, scrape it, get all the algae and growth out of there. When you do that, soak it in the CLR for a little bit longer to continue soaking.
So we clean the faucet screens here. Once you clean the faucet screens, you want to make sure to take this, stick it in a container of CLR, and take a scrub brush and scrape all of the hardness and calcium buildup. Once you do that, it should clear it up.
Put some CLR inside of an actual bowl. Put the faucet inside the bowl. You should see it fizz and fuzz. Now put your gloves on, get a scrub brush, a wire bristle, scrub everything on the outside, and then poke the holes on the bottom of the faucet so it'll get any residue that's stuck inside of there. Put the faucet screen back on the faucet, then attach the faucet to the hose. Undo the tape from the hose to the faucet. Put the faucet back together. Turn it on to test it. Make sure there's no leaks where you screwed it back on at. And voila. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to check the bathroom faucet screens. The bathroom faucet screens are a little bit different than the actual kitchen screens. So let us dive right in and take a look what we got.
Let's try scraping it with our brush. We went ahead and scraped it. You can see the little bit of buildup there. So that alone will make the water smell. So go to every single faucet, clean every single screen with, see that stuff coming out of the faucets? When you do a cleaning or you do a flush, that's the kind of stuff that comes out. So it's very important to...
Nothing's holding it back, that's right.
So you clean the faucet screens. Once you clean the faucet screens, it'll prevent the water from smelling. And if we have to come out and clean your screens for you, this is to help you to try to do it yourself at home, because this right here will cause your water to smell. So you make sure to clean your faucets and screens at every single faucet before we come out, and let us know. That'll most likely fix your problem, especially if it doesn't smell everywhere. But that's usually common when you do a sanitation or put a new system in or down the road, because you should sanitize your lines once a year. If not, it gets built up and it gets in your screens and it causes problems. Give us a call if you still have experienced problems.
How to check the hot or cold water for smelly water.
To diagnose a problem with smelly water, what you do is you turn your cold water on. Cold water only, all the way to cold water for 90 seconds. Don't smell it, don't worry about it. Wait 90 seconds to smell it. Once it reaches 90 seconds, then smell it. That way you're only getting cold water smell and you're not mixing anything with hot. If you have one faucet, when you have one faucet and you have like this, you need to go straight cold, because anywhere where you go more towards hot, any much towards hot, you're going to get hot water mixed in with the cold. That's why it's very important to have everything for cold. So you smell the water. Once you smell the water, determine if it smells or not. If it does smell, you make sure that you clean your faucet screens, because that alone can make your water smell. Once you determine that the cold water, there's no smell, then switch it to hot water. Go ahead and smell that.
Hardly any.
Okay, now watch what happens when we switch it to hot water. Oh, wait, give it just 90 seconds. You're switching it to hot water. That was that that was that black stuff that was coming out. So now this is an example of what a water heater is going to do that over time will get buildup inside the heater. Now we let this run for 90 seconds. Now smell that. Does that water smell?
Yeah, tremendously.
See, that's a big difference between hot and cold. So there's a couple of reasons why your water would smell on hot versus cold. You could be using water in the middle of the night, flushing toilets during regeneration of the sulfur filter. So that'll happen. Even if you have a faucet that drips with one drip every 10 seconds, that will cause your water to smell when your system's going through regeneration. If you have a leaky toilet that has a very small leak and you don't know if you have a leak unless you put dye in the back of the toilet to determine if there's dyes coming out of the toilet. So your hot water smells, you need to do a sanitation and clean the system on the outside. So if your water continues to smell in hot water, there's multiple things we can do. We can add a no hard water bypass to the sulfur filter. We can sanitize your water heater as well as remove the anode rod on the water heater too, because that alone will make the water smell.
Or get rid of the hot water tank and put a new one in.
Yeah, but you don't always need to put a new tank on. You can flush it, you can sanitize it, and that sometimes will work. But if you're spending a few $100, $150, $200 on fixing and sterilizing your water heater, it might be best to put a newer one in. But even with new water heaters, they will make the water smell with the anode rod in. So you can't replace a brand new heater just because the water smells on the hot side. You want to fix it. So in order to fix it, you sanitize and sterilize the hot water tank. You remove the anode rod, and you make sure you can't have anything causing you to have smelly water in the middle of the night, like a sulfur filter that's going through regeneration.
Well, I'm so glad that you did talk to me about this, because now I'm going to go talk to the lady on 44th Terrace.
$800 pump, 239-800 PUMP.